Alright guys, welcome back. So we are back out in the Sound, and I'm a bit east today. I'm in the Eastern Sound. Now the Eastern Sound is pretty much Tautog to, you know, Orient Point. So I'm in that zone, generally speaking, looking for blackfish and sea bass. We're gonna start blackfish. We got high tide, I think around 12. So getting out here a little late. It was a little too windy to be out here this morning. But yeah, it's about 10:30 maybe right now. So we got the last of the flood. I think I'm gonna work shallow for blackfish right now, as the current's not too much. There's a lot of boulders out here. There's no shortage of boulders here on the eastern end. So yeah, the best thing to do is you know, try to find some that you think maybe no one else is thinking about. But try to find places where the current isn't too strong so that you can use jigs. Because jigs is definitely more fun. But we'll go to the rig later if we have to. And if we go deeper, I'm thinking to go deeper for sea bass, and then that's when we might use the rig. All right, water temps are 58, I think. Let's see what we can find off the bottom today. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little cold, so I'm gonna keep these hand warmers nearby. We've got a depth of 20 feet. We're gonna start with the green crabs, green colored green crabs. Small ones, whole crabs, shell off, get them going. These are kind of like spread out boulders, so I don't think it's gonna be immediate. All we want is that first bite, you know, just get somebody started. Really not getting many bites. There we go. That's a bite, yep. Alright. That is the target species. Short little male. So now that we caught one, we should start catching more. If we don't, then we gotta move. The bites should start getting more and more consistent. Tempted to go into the more densely packed boulders. They don't want it with the shell on, I'm telling you. Watch what happens when I take that shell off. I hope they start getting a little bigger. Alright. I'm not really liking these bites. I'm gonna move. I may be a little hasty here, but since the current's really not strong, let's get a little closer to the stacked rip. As the current picks up, we can come back here. If the current's gonna allow us to fish right here, I think this is where I want to fish. Look at that, they're trying to get it out. These are smart fish in here. Whoa. Sea bass. He can have the crab. Oh, that's a blackfish. It's a nice smell. Good signs. Ooh, hard tap. Hard tap. Nice. Nice size sea bass. Alright, we are getting bites. I think the bite's starting to pick up. I'm very happy. I'm gonna keep doing this. Definitely gonna stay here for a little bit now. I think we're starting to get fish under the boat. Some nice sharper taps here like that. Oh, that's a better fish. Alright, we're almost at the keeper size. Ouch. The guts can come out one side, but the shell is still intact. Wait. There's a better fish. Still not the bruiser we're looking for. And another whole crab with the partial shell cracked. Wait. Come on. I'm just kind of chewing on it. It's starting to rip. Had him. Not a lot of big fish. Semi-surprised. That's a better fish. Oh. I didn't want to have to go to a rig, but these fish are here. I really want to catch them. I definitely lost a nice fish, so I'm getting still really good bites. I'm tempted to just want to stay here a little longer. Whoa! That was a good bite. It's not really that big of a... I think it's still not a keeper. Or just really close. I think we should be able to get bigger ones. That's a good one. sea bass. Even better. That's a nice sea bass, man. Sheesh. Wow. It's crazy. There's keeper sea bass in 24 feet out here. $17.5, almost 18. I'm glad I stuck it out here a little bit longer. That's really kind of what I want the most. I definitely want blackfish too, but I'd rather take sea bass. Harvesting sea bass is for sure a little bit more sustainable. Sea bass grow relatively quickly compared to blackfish. They have higher numbers too, probably. I don't know. Higher numbers, not so sure. So quick. I think it's a keeper. No. It's like right on 16. So it's like just under. Pretty cool. Definitely military helicopters. Okay guys, so the first spot that I kind of spent some time on is this spot that is pretty close to where the current can rip, but there's a lot of good stacked boulders, so that's where I went there. As you saw there, a lot of sea bass. One of them to the left was a little bit bigger, but yeah, using the rig here kind of keeps the bait up off the bottom. The fish definitely kind of swarm around it, but this current was just a little too quick for the jig, and I just felt that the more the current picked up, the smaller the bites got, so that's why I eventually left. That could be a sea bass. Blackfish. Alright, I don't know what to do. Kind of want to go explore. I'm going to try one more, and then I'm going to go explore some deeper rocks. That's a good fish. Nice sea bass. Pretty sure he's a keeper too. I don't think he's a keeper actually. No, he's only 16. Go free. That makes me want to try a different spot though. I'm actually going to go a little deeper, try to find some more sea bass, and then we'll come shallow once this current lets up a little bit. Oh man. Oh man. Look at all those fish on there. Oh man. So this is the third boulder I tried. I hopped around a bit. This is gonna be sea bass galore. Oh my gosh. Beautiful sight of the screen. First two boulders was nothing, so it's not like I wasn't searching a bit. This current's ripping too, so I might actually have to put myself in front of this. It's too fast, this current. I'm gonna have to put an 8 ounce. And if we can't hold with the 8, then we're gonna have to drift over it. bass galore. Hopefully we can find some keepers in here. 16. This current is ripping. Let's just see if this will work. Might be just better and easier, you know. It's only a 1 ounce, but at least we can cast really far up. Let's see if these bigger sea bass will take it. Sometimes when they're keyed in on the bait, they won't take it. I got one of them. Wasn't even a big one. Try it one more time. Alright, let go. Somebody else grabbed it. There we go. That might be a bigger one. Yeah, it's a bigger one. We're not getting monsters though. Oh, this is pretty big. He's got a big fin. He's gonna keep. Yeah, he's 17. This guy's 17. Now the bigger ones really like coming high up off the structure. So we're just casting it up. We want to hit bottom, you know, by the time it gets to my boat. And then, I mean, I was getting the hits like pretty much like right there. So let's see. Maybe not a keeper. Current is deceiving. Still a lot of fish down there though. Can see them all over the place. My motor is definitely working overtime. That feels better. Oh, that's a good one. Pretty sure that's gonna keep. Tip of the tail. Yeah, he's 17, almost 17. I'll keep him. Do I think the scent helps? I don't know. Probably not. When they're in this mode, it probably doesn't matter. But why change what's working? This This current is, I think, getting faster. They're hitting it on the drop. Oh, look at that. Came off and then got another one. That's how you know, usually that's a bigger one. Oh, it came off right there. This is crazy. I haven't gotten into sea bass like this in a very long time. Oh my gosh. If we don't get any keepers and like 3 more fish, and we'll move. This is a lot of sea bass down there though. I'm casting it probably 50 feet in front of me. I'm at 60 feet on the bottom here. I don't think there's any more monsters left. Alright, I think I'm going to catch one more short, and then I'm going to move. Could try another similar boulder. There's no promises though that they'll be there, you know. But I'm gonna try to match like the same depth, size, stuff like that. Hope for the best. Just waiting for the tick in the line. Looking for the bottom. And you'll see like the bottom just comes up quicker. Yeah. Another one hit it. There we go. It's always the best chance of getting a keeper. Yeah. Alright, we gotta move. It's alright. Picked up, what, 2 keepers here, so it's pretty good. Let's try another rock. So yeah, we're drifting at like 1.5 miles an hour. Let's first drop the crab. Wake them up, let them know what's going on. I don't think, there might not be as many fish here. Bites. That's a good sign. Try the crab one more time. It's turned into such a beautiful day. I'm very thankful for this weather right now. Alright, I think they've woken up, so let's try the, this crab there anymore. There was crab there still. Alright, let's try the jig. It's a sauce or no sauce? It's a sauce. On the fall. I don't know. This rock's not looking super hopeful. Alright, one more. Maybe better. Alright, that's it. I'm not gonna waste my time on small sea bass. First we start with the crab. We got bites. Now let's just go straight to the jig. That's the bottom. This one they're not stacked. There we go. That's a good sea bass. Oh yeah, they want that crab, man. They want that crab. $17. Could be another one in here, so let's keep going. It's so funny that I'm like having to cast this thing. I got 4 sea bass. I would like to just keep going until we feel like we can't get any more, and then we'll go shallow for the blackfish. I don't think this is gonna be a keeper. Maybe. Oh no. Oh, what is that? Could be a blackfish. This is pretty big. Whatever this is. What is it? Oh, it's just a giant sea bass. Absolute giant. Oh man, that's what we're talking about. He absolutely inhaled this thing. That is a good one. I'm gonna guess he's close to 20. Yeah, he's like 19. It's all right. It's my biggest one of today. 4 or 5, so we just need one more for the limit, and then we can go blackfish. I do think the structure is actually like back here a tiny bit. Oh, I had one. All right, I don't know, should I move spots? I think I'm gonna move. So I think the tide is gonna start calming down a little bit. So I'm gonna go back shallow, try to get these blackfish. There might be one rock I'm gonna stop on for like 5 minutes and see if there's a sea bass on it on my way in, but yeah, that was pretty good. That deep stuff, definitely a lot of sea bass, but I had to move around, so it wasn't every single rock. But that's tough fishing. That's a very fast current. You cannot do that, you know, with a regular anchor, I don't think. So the spot lock definitely helped a lot. But let's get in, let's finish this up. We probably got like an hour and a half left to fish. Oh, so the rock's behind me. I'm letting it go into the rock. Feels like blackfish. Not much more. That might be it. It's got a pretty big tail. 17. Get lucky with his middle fin, see? Middle fin is nice and big. I made it to like almost 17. Without that, I would not have been a keeper. Sometimes you get lucky. Should be protected enough with the current here. Let's see what happens. Super easy to hold. Can probably go lighter. Oh, good fish. Most subtle bite. Oh man. That's a big blackfish. Oh. That might be keeper. Whew. Basically 16. We'll let him go. Female, borderline, we'll let it go. It's only the first fish in this little spot too. I'm still doing shell off because the bite's not hot yet. To me, it's not hot. "21 feet. We're just in like a little grouping of rocks. So I'm just keep waiting. I want that rod to stay down. I don't think there's many interference fish here. I'm not feeling like porgy attacks. That's a fish. Oh man, you see that though? They're somewhat interested, and then they're full-blown want it. It's a very big difference. There, he's got it. Oh. Dude, these fish are smart. Ooh, almost. There. All right. Not a monster. Nice female. I don't know, should I marry this spot? I'm definitely getting good blackfish bites. And they're all pretty nice. So I think I'm gonna stay. They're getting bigger. Alright, let's try whole crab with the shell on. Oh, that feels like weight. Oh, dang. Oh man, I think someone was taking it. Can't believe I can't get them. These fish are so smart. Alright, at this first spot in the shallow, I really wasn't getting aggressive bites. You're going to see too on the underwater, there's a lot of small fish, even a few porgies. I didn't catch a single porgy on this trip also, by the way. But yeah, mostly sea bass and small blackfish. You'll see off to the back left, there's a jig. So I was able to get it in the frame a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. The current may be moving a little too quick. These fish were just very hard to hook, and yeah, I struggled to get a good bite going, and after a while not getting any good sized fish, I just decided to move. For sure, it could have been possible that if I had stayed here, the bite would have eventually picked up, but you know, I didn't have much time, and for that reason I just didn't want to sit around waiting for the bite to turn around. You know, likely in these scenarios, from my experience, if the bite's just not on, there's just has to be something that triggers them, or you know, something where the bigger fish eventually move in. And yeah, if you can wait for that, that's great, but if you can't, I think sometimes it's just better to go look for, you know, bigger fish. Alright, I got about 30 minutes left to fish, just not much time. But I just saw some fish going on the screen, so move spots. So after I threw that underwater down, it didn't really look all that lively. So we're gonna try something a little bit shallower. We're in 17 feet. There were some bites. Oh, whoa. There's a nice fish. Alright, that's a good first fish. Man, these fish are ready to go. Oh man. Yeah, that guy like swim up. That's a pretty big male. Still not the size we need. I think we're gonna get a keeper here though. Pretty aggressive bites right off the start. Yeah. See him, I've got stuff on the fish finder too. I'm not talking about crab guts, but like fish. Oh, man, they are so fired up right now. Yeah, it's so fired up. This is a big one. Look at that juicy guy. Let's see if a big one takes that. I've never seen like blackfish do this. Oh! Oh, good solid fish. Still not a keeper though. Sea bass. Dang. That's a keeper too. What a shkamoin. Letting go a keeper sea bass. That's a nice sea bass. 17 feet. These fish are just so much fun to catch. Oh, they're so strong too. Alright, so the last spot, the water was a little bit clear. I did shift the camera down a little bit closer to the bait, so that helped. But yeah, the bottom actually looks even a little different. And I only moved, a pretty short distance. But over here, there's a sandier bottom. The rocks are a little bit more spread out. But yeah, I was getting a more aggressive bite here rather quickly. And you'll see, at times throughout these clips, you'll see the jig, sometimes off to the side, but you'll see these fish definitely picking it up and swimming away with it. Yeah, but more I watch blackfish underwater, the more I realize just how they are very smart, and it's almost as if they're just more curious than anything else. They're not really like an opportunistic fish. Most fish are opportunistic feeders. They just see an easy meal and they'll go for it. But blackfish really want to study things. They'll look around. I mean, their eyes are always looking around and moving. And at the same time, though, they're very competitive with one another. And once they do find the food that they want, they really do make attempts to swim away from the other blackfish with it. So once you can get them in that mode, they're just so much easier to catch. You see that right there. They just shake their head a couple times, and then once they start swimming, that's that pull feel that you feel on the rod. So that's when you want to set the hook. You may notice too that some of these rocks are not very high. It's not really a requirement that you need to have very big rocks for blackfish. You just have to have a grouping of rocks. I think there is one big rock that you're not really seeing off camera. That's helping a lot, especially in terms of the sea bass. But yeah, they don't really need a whole lot of tall rocks. And I know the camera is a bit shaky and the bait is off to the side in this clip, but you're gonna see sometimes too, they don't always swim away with it. You can see here actually in this frame that one of the bigger blackfish has this crab and he's just kind of holding it there. You see that? He's just sort of chewing on it right there, moving a little bit but not much. And yeah, sometimes you can't sense those bites. They're not as easy to sense. Ooh, there's a tag. Oh. Nope. 15 and a half. Partial shell crack. That's a good fish. barely, not even. Yeah, not even. Man, the elusive keeper. That's a good one. Still not a keeper. It's a beautiful, golden male. How much time do I got? I got like 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to call it before I even catch a single keeper. We did roll our clocks back last night, so gained some sunlight in the morning, but we lost it in the evening. Gonna have to get back soon.
Sector along south. United States Coast Guard, sector along south.
That was weird. That's a good fish. Oh yeah, that's a keeper. Oh, that's a big little male. Yeah, he's 17. Just over 17. So, it's good. Got one keeper blackfish. Thank you, dude. It's nice to just get one. Alright, we have time for one more crab. I want to see if the bite's turning on, They're in the aggressive mood now. Oh man, good bites. There. Oh. These fish are just too much fun. Oh. This might be close to a keeper. I don't think he's a keeper. Ow! Yeah, this is when you could start getting lazy, or you're just tired. Alright guys, that is a wrap. What a day. Yeah, the blackfish size to me was a little smaller than I was expecting, but I guess where I was is a little bit known. I saw a lot of people fishing from shore. It's not a very remote area, so I'm guessing there's a little bit of pressure on the fish, so that's my guess. But I also just didn't set up on a piece and give it time until the very end. This was a 1 ounce jig, 15-pound braid, and a 30-pound leader. Pen Clash, 3,000 or 4,000, St. Croix inshore. Sea bass jigging this is a 1 ounce as well. And that's a 4.5-inch elias shad, 8-pound braid, and 20-pound leader. This is a 2000 Daiwa Kayak and a Shimano Terramar. The bottom rig is it's just like a custom rod and Avit. I got like 40-pound braid on there, 50-pound leader. Just I wanted to get sea bass, and that was really my primary goal, because the sea bass will be gone soon, and they're very hard to get where I am locally. So I figure if I'm gonna come out this far, it's kind of nice to bring 6 fish home too if you can get them, versus 3. And I do like sea bass better, so I don't think I've seen a stacked piece with sea bass like that for a couple years. That is pretty amazing. So that was cool, but not too many keepers on that. I would definitely like to come back out here another time, do some more exploring, but this is a lot of fun. Really nice area. I was definitely cold in the morning with the wind, but the sun kind of heated things up. Wind definitely laid out. Yeah, it's a really nice fall day. Very thankful. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next one.